What is going on, Sagittarius? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your reading for the month of July. Alright, so we're going to be checking out your present energy and your futuristic energy and see what's happening there. This is also going to be a general reading for you guys, so it may not resonate with everyone. But if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things that help the channel out, and let me know that you're watching and it helps you in some type of way. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check out your rising or moon sign, or check out one of the previous videos that I did for Sagittarius, okay? Now, we're coming into eclipse season on July 2nd. We'll have a major solar eclipse, and that energy has been kind of all through the cards for all the readings that I've done so far, so I'm sure it's going to affect you too, Sagittarius. And it also is Cancer season. We're coming off of the full moon that was in Sagittarius last month. That was a powerful one. So that definitely, you know, affected you guys the most. It was your full moon. So we're going to see what's happening for the rest of the month of July for you guys, all right? So this is your present energy right here that we're going to check out, which is going to be your main storyline. And then over here, we'll be checking out the futuristic energy, which will be supporting details of your storyline over here, like we always do it, all right? So let's hop right into it. Sagittarius, crowning your reading, you have the Seven of Pentacles clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So Seven of Pentacles here could be talking about you guys being in a place of kind of having your patience tested, right? You've been in a place of waiting, you know, waiting for the outcome, waiting to see when movement will happen, waiting to see when your, you know, seeds will bear fruits, right? Where the fruits of your labor can kind of be seen. You've been kind of patiently and sometimes impatiently waiting is what the Seven of Pentacles card here is saying, for a shift that you know is supposed to be happening, a new cycle that's kind of supposed to be coming in for you, but you haven't seen any maybe signs of it yet. And even if you've seen signs, you haven't seen any real tangible movement yet. It's kind of where this energy is for you. But the cards are saying that there is, you know, a shift that's happening. There is a changing of a cycle that's kind of switching over for you, and bringing you out of the Seven of Pentacles, because you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune does talk about your destiny. It does talk about a revolving door, right, of karmic cycles, right? And one is ending, a new one is coming in. This probably could be the case for you, and it seems like it's been happening for a while. Like you've been maybe almost in between cycles and ending one and trying to begin the next one and not really seeing it move quick enough for you. So there is a little bit of impatience that's here for you. Right below that, we have the Eight of Swords, or Eight of Swords. Like one of my watchers told me I pronounced sword the wrong way. It's supposed to be sword, and that is true. So let me get back to that. So then we have the Five of Wands clarified by the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords here, it seems like you could be kind of stuck in your mind a little bit when it comes down to this transition that you know is supposed to be taking place, or this new cycle that is supposed to be coming in that you kind of have been being told that is coming in for you, but maybe, like I said, you're not seeing it really happen. You're not seeing it happen quick enough, even though it could be definitely shifting behind the scenes for you, but you are kind of stuck in your head a little bit with the Eight of Swords here, you know, kind of stuck on maybe what direction, you know, you need to head in, or this is kind of like the overthinking card, when you just overthink it so much that you really get stressed out, right? And you feel like you can't move anywhere and you're stuck where you are, but really it's really only in your head. This is kind of like an illusionary card, the Eight of Swords, like where you're really not doing as bad as you think you are, right? But this type of thinking can be causing some type of internal conflict with the Five of Wands here, and making you believe that you are doing worse than you really are, you know, and it's kind of just like a mind thing. And so you could be struggling against that in the month of July, kind of wanting to set yourself free when it comes down to the thinking that you've been in. And this is most likely, like I said, because you're not seeing anything on the external you're not seeing anything really shift the way that you want it to shift, and there is impatience. And anytime we get impatient and we feel like nothing is coming to pass, nothing is coming into fruition, then we do start thinking and having negative thoughts and overthinking it and trying to figure out how we can solve it ourselves and what we need to change. And so a lot of this is causing some type of conflict within your mind, is what I feel like. But let's keep it moving. Then we come over here to the King of Pentacles. So this is definitely where I feel like you're wanting to be at. You're wanting to head into a place of abundance, especially financially and materially. And this is definitely here for you. You know, I just feel like it is happening in its own timing. Now, the month of July, because we do have a major eclipse coming through, you will start to see some shifts happen in this area, because the King of Pentacles is here talking about a maturation. It's talking about a graduation to a certain point of stability, right? And an expansion of energy when it comes down to your material wealth. So if this is what you've been waiting for, because with the Seven of Pentacles, this does talk about finances. Someone waiting for their finances to grow, for them to, you know, be better off financially, to get more stability in the financial world. The King of Pentacles is saying that this is definitely coming in for you, right? And maybe at the start of July, around this eclipse is kind of like ushering in this new season, creating this shift, because I definitely feel the eclipse energy is very tied into this Wheel card and the World card, where it talks about one major cycle ending and being closed out, and the eclipse closes out cycles so that new ones can begin. So this is the new cycle that you are looking forward to, and what's coming in for you is the King of Pentacles, luxurious, expansive, abundant energy, right? And then the Ten of Cups is clarified by that, which this is what will give you emotional fulfillment, is if you were fulfilled financially and materially. And nothing is wrong with that at all, because we all want to live in comfort in some type of way, or, you know, have the money that we need to enjoy life and to enjoy a better quality of life. So for you, Sagittarius, I'm feeling like this is what is going to bring you this kind of like emotional fulfillment, where you feel like, wow, like I can enjoy life now, I can rest a little bit. And so it's kind of like a new cycle that's beginning for you, where you're headed towards this financial abundance, right? You're headed towards this emotional fulfillment. And it's kind of like the shift is occurring so that you're starting to see the changes, and you don't have to just wait and worry about it and be like, well, what is happening? Like, why don't I see anything crossing over? Why don't I see new opportunities coming in? Well, the new opportunities are going to be coming in the month of July, because you have the Eight of Wands clarified by the World card. Eight of Wands talks about quick communication coming in, quick energy, right? Things coming in and kind of lighting you up, and, you know, people giving you a call, emails going out, text messages going back and forth. This is communication, right? Coming in. Now, this communication that comes in kind of signals the shift of the cycle, because then you have the World card here, which talks about the completion of an older cycle and then the beginning of a newer one actually here for you. So you are going to start to see that action that I feel like you have not been seeing maybe in the month of June or even before that, and it felt like everything was slow and stagnant and no movement was occurring, and this was kind of like bothering you in your mind and making you feel like, you know, anxious a little bit. Now you get this tangible evidence of this cycle being closed out and a new one coming in, right? And it's almost like, you know, with this card, I'm seeing like you're kind of giving birth to this new cycle. This is probably why you were in a place of the Eight of Swords or Eight of Swords, right? You were just kind of stuck a little bit because it was so much happening beneath the surface. And a lot of times our logic mind can't understand that at all. Like, the logic only sees what's happening in reality, what's right in front of our eyes. Like, it doesn't understand, you know, things that are developing behind the scenes or beneath the surface. So this could have stressed you out, but the movement that comes in, the actual tangible evidence of this cycle beginning, is what's going to bring you out of that Eight of Swords energy. and that Five of Wands energy where you feel like you're stuck, right? Or you feel like you're conflictive inside of your mind, like, should I do this, should I do that, what's going on? Yeah, it feels like you did need this tangible evidence that's going to be coming in the month of July. I feel like around the eclipse or a couple of weeks after the eclipse, you're going to get some type of communication that comes in and opens up these doorways. And then you're going to be like, oh, it is real, right? Like the shift is really occurring. Like, so the evidence is coming in. Then you have the Devil card here, clarified by the King of Pentacles. So you have the King of Pentacles again. And so what could have been happening is you could have definitely been in a place where you feel like I continue to say, you were stuck a little bit. The Devil energy is a type of stuck energy where you feel like you're bound, right? You could have felt like you were stuck in a certain type of cycle where nothing was going right with you, nothing was happening, right? And yeah, this is kind of what I'm feeling like. Some of you guys could have had some of those more negative thoughts where, you know, it was like the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Or that record player that's playing in the background and it continues to say, like, you know, you'll never be anything, you'll never have more money than this, you'll never go anywhere, like people aren't going to treat you good, like you don't deserve to have this in life, you don't. This is what I'm feeling with this Devil card. It could have been a lower vibration that you guys have been in because there was nothing happening externally, right? And then this kept you in this type of place where you were stuck inside of your head. And so this type of thinking or this type of emotional state that you probably have been in could have been, you know, almost addictive, where, you know, you couldn't stop yourself from going into that type of thought or going into that emotional state, and this could have got you down or depressed and just really dark at the end of the day with the Devil card. But the cards are saying that you're going to have to start separating from that type of energy. If this is the type of stinking thinking is what I'm getting, you've kind of been in, where because there is nothing happening in, you know, the external world, you just kind of create negativity within your own mind. This is what you're definitely going to have to be separating from in order to get into this King of Pentacles energy, right? You're going to definitely have to start disciplining the mind, because the King of Pentacles is somebody that definitely sees his fortune, sees his abundance before he actually gets it. This is how he attracts it. This is how he comes up with the ideas or rubs shoulders with the right people, because he's already in an energetic state of high vibes, high vibrations, which creates more abundance, right? As above, so below, as within, so without. So if your internal world is feeling like this, you know, your external world won't be able to be abundant or fulfilling, because internally there are conflicts, there's stress, there's anxiety, there's negativity, right? So if you've been in that place, for some of you Sagittarius, the eclipse could be the thing that's coming in that's creating a separation from that type of thinking, from that type of low vibrational. Sometimes we have to cycle out of these things, especially when it comes down to the Devil energy. This talks about, you know, shadow work. The eclipse could definitely have you in a place where you are doing some shadow work, right, around July 2nd, and needing to clear that whole vibrational field of low vibrational thinking and low emotional states. Something is being cleared away for you, you know, and this thing that's going to be being cleared away, I do feel like it has a lot to do with negativity and addictive thought patterns that just don't serve you. But whatever it is, it has been keeping you away from this abundance that you kind of seek. And so with eclipses, like I said, they close out cycles, they clear away energy. And this one that's coming in for you could be you closing out that small time thinking. Right? And opening up a new world for you, because now you can separate yourself from those lower emotional states, those lower vibrations. So yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's see what's happening with your future energy. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Six of Wands, we have the Six of Pentacles, and then the Judgment card. So Queen of Cups, this could be a water sign that you could be coming in contact with in the month of July. And the water sign could be offering you some type of emotional offer. So you could have a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer coming into your world in July and wanting to either offer you an apology or offer you an emotional offer. Because the Page of Cups here talks about an emotional offer or an apology coming in. Right? And it could be from a water sign. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up. This could be somebody who, you know, wants to connect with you emotionally. This isn't a person that is in tune with their emotions with the Queen of Cups. Or for some of you guys, this could be how you're feeling. You're feeling like you're more in tune with your emotions. You could be more so working on your emotional maturity or emotional stability, because the Queen of Cups is very good at that. She's very in tune with her emotions, her intuition, her spirituality, and she has balanced them all at the same time, so it becomes her gift and not her curse. So this could be kind of like a new cycle that's coming in with your emotional state, Sagittarius, where you're starting to kind of like get more into the relaxing mode of having a stable or peaceful emotional life. And the page could be signaling this beginning, this new beginning for you on an emotional level. More expansiveness also with your emotions. Able to feel your emotions on a deeper level, but without the pain, right? Without the pain of the past or the hurt or trauma from the past, because a lot of this trauma I feel like is going to be being cleared around this July 2nd eclipse. This is for you anyway. Some shadow work is happening, Sagittarius, where things are kind of being cleared from out of your frequency, out of your space, and bringing you into a more stable, more grounded, more positive emotional state. So 2 scenarios right there. Then we have the Six of Wands. This is talking about a graduation. This is talking about victory. It's talking about recognition that you're receiving, right? So you are overcoming something. And I do feel like it's the feeling of being trapped a little bit in your mind, or feeling like you were trapped in a certain cycle that will never let up or never change. You are moving on from the cycle, right? And you're also kind of receiving recognition from the universe that you kind of endured and did what it takes to, you know, move on from one cycle to the next, because it's not always easy. It's not always easy to birth out a new world, to birth out a new cycle. Whether you're a man or a woman, we all have the ability to kind of give birth to our next cycle, give birth to our dreams, our goals, right? Our aspirations. And so with you, this is almost like a culmination that's happening, Sagittarius, in July, where you receive recognition, right? And you're going into the place of the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about the abundance. It talks about the person that is stable, self-sufficient, doesn't need any help from other people. This is the person that actually becomes the lender, becomes somebody that other people, you know, can come to and ask for help. Nine of Pentacles is a very independent, stable, thriving card. This is the single person, the bachelor, the bachelorette that's doing so good with being single that they just, wants to enjoy it. They don't even care that they don't have anybody else in their life right now. They're just enjoying the fruits of their labor. And this is the type of vibration you're graduating into if you're not already there, Sagittarius. You know, kind of enjoying what you have built for yourself and what you're building for yourself, and creating that type of abundance in your life where you're just like, you don't have a need for anything. This is what the Nine of Pentacles represents. So you're headed that way. All right, then we have the Six of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Cups. Six of Pentacles is talking about some equal give and take. This is also what I was talking about up here with you know, being in a place where you pretty much are not broke anymore, right? Where you're not having to ask for money and be the beggar and be the one that is coming up short. This is a shift that is definitely happening for you in this next cycle, where you are the one that, you know, is going to be able to help people out, because there's a balance coming in of your finances. This is a balancing of finances, stability that comes in. And this is what you have been wishing for with the Nine of Cups, and your wish fulfillment is here, is what the cards are saying. You've been dreaming about it, wishing about it, like hoping you could get to it, waiting on it patiently, wondering when it's going to come. And in July, with this eclipse season, it feels like it's signaling the end and the beginning. And so for you, this does have a lot to do with finances. It does have a lot to do with your mentality. You could have definitely been in a place of lack mentality for some of you Sagittarius, is what I'm picking up with the Eight of Swords, with the Devil card, where, like I said, you have those thoughts like, I'm never going to be able to have more money than this. Like, why am I even trying? Why am I always the one that has to be struggling? Why am I always the one? This is kind of that lack mentality. But when you kind of come out of that thinking, and, you know, you feel like you're an abundant person, you feel like you deserve to have more, and your self-worth kind of goes up. This is what's happening with this shift. Then you start to become that person. You start to attract those vibrations into your life. So on many levels, this is happening for you, Sagittarius. I feel like this is happening in your finances, is happening in your self-worth, you know, area of life, your confidence, even happening inside of love, where the lack mentality a lot of times can push away potential, you know, partners. It can push away love sometimes because we feel like we're not deserving of it. So on a lot of levels, there is this shift that's happening around this eclipse for you, that's taking you out of this devil energy and bringing you into this King of Pentacles energy, which the King of Pentacles is one of the most confident kings in the tarot, right? Because he knows his worth. This is what the Pentacles represent, is your confidence, your worth, and you attract externally what you believe your worth internally is. So you're headed to a place of confidence, worth, right? Abundance, expansion. And this is kind of like the awakening that you're coming into, right? The trumpet is being blown. It's kind of like you're waking up out of the slumber of that old thinking, that old mentality, that old emotional state, and having this kind of awakening, right? And this is what is bringing in these Eight of Wands. The communication is coming in because you're awakening to a new side of yourself. And I definitely see these two together right here. You have the Eight of Wands 2 times, and then you have the Judgment card and the World card, 2 major arcanas. right? So this is talking about this shift that's coming in and bringing in this new energy, bringing in this new information. Every time, a lot of times that I see the Eight of Wands here, it speaks of kind of like light codes that come in. And they give you new information inside of your DNA, new information inside of your subconscious programming, right? And it's unlocking some things that's bringing you into this new cycle. That's awakening you from out of the old cycle, right? And awakening your consciousness to a new level of being. And this is what's beginning for you that's going to be attracting this abundance, this confidence, this self-worth. So there's healing that's coming in, that's being done, transformation that's coming in, right? And it is surrounding this eclipse for you, Sagittarius. So this is going to be an important one for you. So pay attention to July 2nd. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to wrap it up right there. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it did resonate with you, you can like, share, subscribe, comment. Like always, I do have personal readings open if you guys want to get a more personal experience or something that's detailed to your experience. And also follow me on IG. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of the video, but chrisanthony14lbs is the IG. That'll be in the description of the video also. And until next time, I will see you guys later.